underway in Buffalo. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he powers his way up past the 30. From the 31, here's second down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
Here's Cook again. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Allen to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Come on, three, kick.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And brought down there by Taylor Rapp.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal from the 6.
Hey, come on, two. Yeah.
They'll run Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Alert! What's that?
Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. After the turnover, it's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H2H. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, H2H. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Here's Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now Tua. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Ready.
Looking to pass. Tua. The short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Matt Milano in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep is Brandon Codrington. That's taken on the 25. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To the air, Allen. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Let's go. Stop. Half.
To throw, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They set up the screen. H2H has it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Ready. Let's go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Solo left Zion.
In motion, the tight end. Here's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
All right. Step.
Tua going to throw. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Here's 3rd and 3.
20 TX.
Tua to throw again. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Alert!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
At the 46-yard line.
Regular.
Now Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one complete down the field to Smith. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 36 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Dolphins 21, Bills 10. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2. They'll look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Bass on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Bass now to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's to the 15. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. The two are going to try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Allen. Flush to his right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Monday. Middle. Alert! Half. What's that?
Now Allen again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Half. Alert! What's that?
Here's Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, 63 yards. And the Bills use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 65 yards. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance. There he goes, left side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready. Hey, 21, Ready.
Now Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Go ahead.
Here's Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Throwing Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So Allen's going to look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
31-yard line.
Hey, tight.
To the air, Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Ready.
Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in fantasy.